Now let's go to the United States and on to the nation's capital. May Bondoc Ramos updates us on Washington, D.C.'s mayor addressing a revenue shortfall. Maryland governor enacts orders to further the halt of COVID-19 spread. And the state of Virginia joins the fight against COVID-19 through genetic technology. Hey, that's a lot of ground to cover. You got that?
Hi, Alfred. I got that. Aloha. I have some interesting news for you today, so bear with me as I give you the updates in the DMV area, that is Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. As for the current statistics, DMV has reached an all-time high of 9,275 confirmed COVID-19 cases, in which less than 50% of it of this is from Maryland, having 4,371 with 103 deaths. The district has a total of 1,211 cases with 22 deaths, and Virginia with 3,333, oh, that's a mouthful, positive cases and 63 deaths. In Washington, D.C., well, our local government begins to feel the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The office of the mayor projects that fiscal year 2020 will have a revenue shortfall of at least $600 million. Because of this, Mayor Bowser recently signed an order that freezes certain expenditures, hiring and contract staffing, training and travel, also freezes on raises, promotions, bonuses, and other personal-related adjustments and payments. Not only are individuals and families feeling the economic impact of COVID-19, but even our local government. No one knows exactly how the pandemic will end, but we can say for certain that it won't be business as usual. In Maryland, some communities, well, like this one, taken by our EBC correspondent, Medi Michael, outside her house in Waldorf, are taking the stay-at-home directive seriously, as evidenced by the cars that are still parked at their driveways. As we are getting closer to reaching what medical experts are saying will be the peak in our area, Maryland Governor Hogan enacts orders to further halt the spread of COVID-19. One such order delegates authority to local health officials to control and close unsafe facilities. The grants permission for an authorized health official to close what they deem to be an unsafe facility, even if it were otherwise permitted to remain open based on previous executive orders from the governor. Governor Hogan also activates statewide strike teams for nursing homes. The term strike team sounds like something out of a movie, but these strike teams, which include members of the National Guard, representatives of local and state health departments, EMS clinicians, doctors, and nurses, will be activated to provide support to nursing home facilities. This is the type of strike team you would want to come to your rescue. Then in Virginia, in our battle against COVID-19, Virginia Governor Ralph Northam announced that the Department of General Services Division of Consolidated Laboratory Services, also known as BCLS, will use its genetic technology to help public health officials to better understand and track the scope of the COVID-19 pandemic. Genome sequencing, as they say, will be used to track how the virus is evolving and gain a clear understanding of how the virus is being transmitted throughout the state. Governor Northam is quoted as saying, "This innovative technology, combined with the work of our public health laboratory and epidemiologists around the Commonwealth, will help us understand the virus, how it spreads, and how it may change, and that will give us more tools to fight it." It's inspiring to know that many states, including Virginia, is doing all they can to understand and defeat the COVID-19 pandemic. Advanced genetic technology and even the simplest action, like washing hands and staying home can go a long way for all of us to defeat COVID-19. In Washington, D.C., May Bondoc Ramos, Eagle News, we live in interesting times. Back to you, Alfred.
Mahalo, May. I'm glad you're covering the two state and district area. Having visited there myself several times before, it's interesting how, given this crisis and given the actions by the two states and the district, I can only imagine, of course, they would tailor their restrictions, based on the needs of their own jurisdictions. I wonder if there are any frustrations, among the residents there who have to cross, state lines or into DC or out. For example, if I were to live, say, in Arlington, but I have my prescription out in Bethesda, Maryland, any issues as far as the differences in curfew or limited movement and all that you know of?
So far now, there isn't really that restriction as to borders if it is going to Virginia, going to DC, or going to Maryland, because it's too close. We're too close. And actually, all of the some of the workers around the Washington area, Washington D.C., live in Virginia and Maryland. So it's really very close. So there is no border, and there is no curfew as to what time they should be out or what time should they be in. It's still somewhat business as usual, but, well, not really.
That's good to know. I mean, you have the federal government there that has to keep going. Of course, a lot of the members there are the teleworking or just limited field.
From the two states and from the district, yeah.
Right. It's good to know it's not that bad. All right, May, thank you very much. Be safe. Hey, I'm looking forward to another virtual online birthday party or party like you did last time, huh?
In December. Thank you, Alfred.
All right, thank you.